This
Okay.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So we will be starting our next topic, procurement of consumable materials. Okay. The topics that we are going to cover in consumable materials, procurement of consumable materials, we will see what is the difference between procurement of consumable materials and stock materials. We will cover that. Then we will understand what is account assignment category. Okay. Then how to do single and multiple account assignments. We will see. Then we will see how to create a request a material for a material without material master record. We will understand. Then we will see how to create a purchase order with reference to a purchase requisition. Then we will understand purchase order acknowledgement. Then we will see valuated and non-valuated goods receipt. Then we will understand what is item category in the purchasing document. Then we will see blanket purchase order. What is blanket purchase order? Then how to do the invoicing for a blanket purchase order. So these are the topics we will be covering in the procurement of consumable materials. Okay. So what are consumable materials? So consumable materials are materials that are directly procured, okay, directly for an account assignment object. Okay, so these consumable materials means for them you will not be maintaining any stock, any inventory in your organization. They are directly procured and consumed. They will be consumed. So those are called consumable materials, like your computer system, okay, your stationaries like pen and pencil. All these things are called consumable materials. Okay, they can be procured without a material master record. They can be procured without a material master record. Okay, so for these consumable materials, normally you will not have material master record. Okay, even though sometimes you can have material master record also. So they are, and these consumable materials, they are not managed on a value basis in the inventory management. So there is no inventory management for these consumable materials. So in the standard SAP, the material types used are UNBW, non-valuated materials, and NALG, non-stock materials, is used for creating the material master record. So if you want to create consumable materials, you will be using these two material types. These two material types for the consumable materials. Okay. So before creating the purchase order for consumable materials, we need to understand account assignment category. Okay. So what is this account assignment category? Means specification of the objects that are charged in the case of a purchase order for a material that is intended for direct usage or consumption. Okay, so basically here, as there is no material, we need to specify a particular object account assignment category, like what is a cost center, or whether it is a cost center or a sales order or a project which is going to be charged in case of a purchase order created for direct consumption. So if you want to procure material as consumable, you must specify account assignment category in the purchase order. So whenever you are going to create a purchase order for consumable materials, you need to enter account assignment category. Okay, so this account assignment category determines which account assignment object category that is to be charged, okay, and which account assignment data you must provide, okay, and which category of account assignment is to be debited when the good receipt or invoice is posted. So based on the account assignment category you maintain, system will ask you to enter the account assignment category data. Okay, so these are the account assignment categories. So whenever you are creating a purchase order for consumable materials, you have to maintain the account assignment category, whether it is an asset, whether it is a cost center, project, or a order, or a sales order. So that information you need to maintain. That is what called account assignment category. Okay, so we will now understand the difference between what do you call the difference between the procurement of stock materials and consumable materials. So for the stock materials, you will have a material master record. for the stock material. Okay, so in this material master record, you will have a valuation class. So for that valuation class, you will have a account assignment will be done. Okay, so system will pick up the account assignment from the material master and it will post to those accounts. That is in case of stock material. Now coming to the consumable materials, you can create consumable materials either without material master record or with material master record. So here, as there is no valuation class, you need to enter the account assignment category. Okay, so once you enter the required account assignment category, system will ask you to enter the account assignment data. Okay, now all your postings will be done to that particular consumption account like cost center or asset. That is the difference. Okay, so this is the one. So in case of stock materials, entry of material number is required. Entry of material number is required. There is no need of any account assignment category. All the postings will be done to stock accounts, and quantity, value, consumption, everything will be updated in the material master record, and even your moving average price is also adjusted. Now coming to the consumption materials, material number, entry of material number is not required, but still you can enter. Okay, but here account assignment category will become mandatory. So now all your postings will be done to those consumption accounts, and value is not updated, and quantity and consumptions can be updated. So this is the difference between stock materials and consumption materials procurement. Okay, so now if I try to create a PO for a non-stock material, for a consumption material, you see what will happen. Okay, so I'm logging on to the system. Okay, okay, I'm logging on to the system. Okay, so let's try to create a PO ME21N. Okay, I'm trying to create a PO. Okay, let me use one vendor. Okay, let me use this vendor. Now here I'm not entering any material code. I'm just directly entering a description. Let's say I want to procure pen. I want to procure pen 100 quantity. Okay, into the plant 1000. Okay, now the moment I enter, you see what will happen. Of course, purchase organ, just 1 minute. Let me enter the purchase organization data. Now I'll enter the pen. Without material code, I'm entering quantity 100, plant is 1000. I enter. Now see what system is asking. System giving the error message, please enter material number or account assignment category. As we have not entered any material number here, now we need to enter the account assignment category. So account assignment category will be here. If you click on the list, you have all the account assignment categories like cost center. Okay, like cost center. Okay, sales order, network, project, all these are the account assignment categories. Most widely used is cost center. Normally you will procure for a cost center. Now the moment you enter cost center, you select the cost center. Moment I enter, system is asking me to enter the price. I enter the price. Okay, enter order unit. Okay, I'll enter pieces. Done. Okay, enter material group. I enter material group. Okay, now you see, as we have selected the account assignment category as cost center, now system is asking you to enter the cost center here. So you need to enter the cost center. So this is also based on the account assignment category you select, system will ask you to enter the required account assignment data. That is what you need to understand. So in case of what you call consumable materials, you can procure the material without material master, without material code. So you procure them, you directly consume them. You will not be maintaining any inventory. So that is why you will be procuring without material master record. So this is without material master record. Now there are some materials you can procure as a consumable material which are created with this, what do you call, uh, material type, with this material type. Let's say I'll take NaLg. So what I will do, I'll go here. I'll not save this PO. I'll come out of this. Okay, again I'm going to ME21 here. Okay, so I'll enter the vendor, enter purchase organization, purchasing group, company code. I entered it. Now I'll search for a material created with NLAC. N lakh, material type N lakh. Okay, so I'll just go search material by material type. So here I'll enter the material type is N lakh. What is a material type? NALG. 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 Okay, so enter the material type, just continue. It will give you the list of all materials. All materials. There are no materials, just 1 minute. NALG, just 1 minute. Let us go to MM60. MM60, plant is 1000. NALG. What is a material type? NLAG or NALG? Just 1 minute. NLAG, sorry. NLAG. Okay. NLAG. The material type is NLAG. Okay, NLAG. Here if you see non-stock material. So if you select this material type, just execute. Okay, you have some materials, you got some materials over here. Okay, so I will take this material, shafting assembly. So now for this material, I'll try to create a PO. Okay, so this is a non-stock material. So when I try to create the PO for this material, I'll try to put quantity 100 into plant 1000. See, now what system is asking? It is asking you to enter the account assignment category. Because even though you have material master, as there is no accounting views for this material, so system is asking you to enter the account assignment category. So for these materials which are created with this material type, you will not have a accounting view. Accounting view you have, but valuation class, this is somewhat wrong. Okay, somewhat wrong. So you will not have assigned any you don't have any assigned with valuation class. Okay, so that is why it is asking here account assignment category. So consumable materials you can procure either without material code or with material code created with these material types, either UNBW, non-valuated materials, or NLAG, non-stock materials. So that is what you need to understand. Okay, so this is the idea of account assignment category. Okay, so now we will start with purchase requisition. Okay, so the next one will be purchase requisition. So what is this purchase requisition? Okay, so the purchase requisitions are internal documents. Purchase requisitions are internal documents for asking the purchasing department to procure a particular quantity of a material or a service for a particular date. So that means in the organization, a department requires a material. Let's say you have a quality department, they need a material. Or let's say you have an engineering department, they need a material. So whenever they need a material, what they do, they will create a purchase requisition. They will create a purchase requisition and they will give it to the purchasing department. Okay, so a purchase requisition can be created directly or indirectly in the SAP R3 system. This I will show it in the system. Direct means that a purchase requisition is created manually in the department that made the request. So here you will be creating the purchase requisition manually. That is what called direct creation. Okay, now the another one is indirect. Indirect means purchase requisitions are created from another SAP component is created automatically. Okay, so that is a meaning that the purchase requisitions are created automatically from the other areas like PP, in the PP MRP, okay, or in the plant maintenance, or in the production PP, or in the PS modules. They can, from these modules you can directly create the PR. This we will see in the later point of time in the other classes. Okay, so basically you need to understand purchase requisitions can be created, PRs can be created, purchase requisitions can be created in two ways. One is manual, another one is automatic. Okay, so manual one, the transaction code is ME51N. ME51N. Okay, this is the transaction code to create a purchase requisition manually. Okay, So now let's create a purchase requisition. Now let us create a purchase requisition. Okay. So here, so what happens is whenever a department requires a material, they will create a purchase requisition. Now this purchase requisition will be converted to a purchase order by the purchasing department to procure the material. Or sometimes using this purchase requisition, you can convert to request for quotation or an outline agreement. This we will see in our later classes. But most predominant scenario is once a purchase requisition is created, it will be converted to a purchase order. Okay. So either these purchase requisitions can be created manually or automatically by MRP or from some other areas. Okay. So first step in our procurement of consumable materials, first step is creation of purchase requisition. Creation of purchase requisition. So now we will see how to create the purchase requisition. Okay, so the transaction code is ME51N. ME51N. Okay, so we are here. Create purchase requisition. Okay, so here you enter the material, what quantity you require, into which plant, you enter all that data. So I'll enter the data. Okay, let's say I'll create a I'll require a material called pen directly. I require a material called pen. Quantity I require 100. Enter the quantity into the plant 1000. Into the plant 1000. Okay. So here see, as there is no material code, system is asking you to enter the account assignment category. So I am entering the account assignment category as cost center. Okay. I am entering the account assignment category as K. Okay, so now the moment I account assignment category is K, it is asking you to enter the cost center. So I am entering the cost center. And purchasing group, it is asking to enter the purchasing group. Okay, I'll enter the purchasing group. Just 1 minute. I'll enter the purchasing group as this one. Okay, order unit, I'll enter as PC. Done. Material group is asking you to see, as there is no material master, you have to enter all the data manually. Okay, I'll enter pen, right? We have stationery. Stationery. Okay, or let's put office materials. Okay, done. Value price it is asking. I'm entering the price. So we have entered all the data. So this material we want to procure. Okay, so this material we want to procure. So we entered all the data. Okay, so without material master, we are procuring a material. We want to procure pens, 100 pens. So this is how you create a purchase requisition. So now once done, save your purchase requisition. Okay, so your purchase requisition got created. This is a purchase requisition number. This is a purchase requisition number. Okay, I'll make a note of it. This is a purchase requisition number. Okay, so purchase requisition. So purchase requisition, again the format, the data is maintained in the purchase requisition. Again, same like yesterday's purchase order in 3 sections. You will have header data, you will have item overview, and for each item you will have item details data. So data is maintained in 3 sections, same like your purchase order. So if you go here, this is our header data. This is the item details, item overview, second one, and the third one is item details data. Okay, so if I enter our purchase requisition, what is the purchase requisition? This one, 100500371. Just click on that. See, this is a header data. Collapse this. This is the item details, item overview, and in the item details data. So this is a one. So you have data again in 3 sections. Okay, so that is a one. Now here, as sometimes it is also possible to post the accounts to multiple cost center. As of now, we have entered only one cost center, but you can post to multiple cost centers. Okay, as account assignment category is K, there is also option of posting these things to multiple account assignments based on quantity or based on percentage. Based on percentage, either you can distribution can be done by quantity or based on percentage. So you can post to multiple cost center also. That means multiple account assignments. So to do that, how to do is in the purchase requisition. If you go to account assignment, if you go to account assignment tab, here you see there is a button. Okay, I'll go to change mode. First I'll go to change mode. Now I am in the change mode. Go to item details. Now in the account assignment tab, you see there is a button called multiple account assignment. Multiple account assignment. So you need to click on this button. Once you click on that button, see you will be getting this screen. So here I want to uh, distribute the my postings based on quantity. So you select distribution on quantity basis. So once you select that, okay, you enter here. You enter here the quantities. So let's say 60 I'll post to some account, and the remaining 40 I'll post to some account. Okay, so give the different cost center here. Different cost center here. Okay, cost center does not exist. Okay, or let us enter a different cost center. Just 1 minute. I'll search from the list. Okay, I'll enter this cost center. Okay, see. So that means 60% of the charges postings will be done to this cost center, and 40 quantity, the quantity related to 40 will be posted to this cost center. Okay, so that is how you can do either quantity basis or you can do by distribution by percentage basis also. If you select distribution by percentage, again then you have to give the percentage here. You have to give the percentage here. So that can be done in the uh, purchase requisition. So it is basically multiple account assignments. Multiple account assignments. Okay. So now, anyhow, I'm going to use single account. So as usual, go to single account assignment. Okay. I'll remove this every. Okay. Okay. I'll again change the quantity to 100. Okay, done. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll go back. I'll not save this. Okay, again I will go to ME22N. Okay, so this is our what do you call? Sorry, ME52N, right? Sorry, ME52N. Okay, change purchase requisition. So we are on this screen. Okay, so now the next one is. So now we are creating the purchase requisition with item category K. But let's say at the time of creation of the purchase requisition, I don't know what is my account assignment category. To which account I'm going to post. Okay, if that is the case, then you can select the account assignment as you also. Unknown. Unknown. If you select as you unknown, system will not ask you to enter any further account assignment details. Like it will not ask you to enter the cost center or something, it will not ask. Okay, so suppose if I change this to you, if I change this to you, now you see what will happen. If I change this to you, unknown, unknown, see, the moment you change it to unknown, system is not asking you to enter any data here. Okay, any cost center or something, it will not ask you to enter. So that is the unknown, you unknown category, unknown account assignment category. Okay, so now the next one is templates for purchase requisition. So what I'm not going to save this. Okay, again I'll go to ME52N. Okay, change mode I'm going. Now let's say I want to make this PR as a template. So every time when I come, I have to enter description, quantity, delivery date, material group, plant, all these things I have to enter. So instead of every time entering, I want to come these things by default. So for that, you can save this PR as a template. You can save it as a template. So just click on this button, save as template. template. Okay, here you give the template name to a template. You can give it as Poonam. Okay, I'm giving the name as Poonam. Okay, Poonam. And just if you want, this template can be used by not only by you, all the other users. Just make it as a public template. Activate this checkbox. So once you make this as a activate as a public template, it will be visible to all the people. Okay, so now just click on the button OK. Okay, now template Poonam was created. Done. Okay, now save this. Now, whenever I'm creating a new PR, let's say I'm trying to create a new PR again. Okay, I will go to ME51 here. Enter. Okay, now instead of entering all the data, just click on the button load from template. You click on this button load from template. Now it will ask from which template you want to load. So I'll select Poonam. Poonam you select and click on OK. Okay, template data got copied. Continue. See, now from the template all the data got copied. You can change if you want to. If you now you want to purchase laptop. So then you can change it to laptop. Wherever you want to change the data, you can change it. So that's how you can use the template. Save as a template option. Okay. Now the next one is processing status and creation indicator. Okay. So now if I go to our purchase requisition, initially the created purchase requisition, this is what we created. Now if you go to this purchase requisition ME53N, now I am going to the display mode. This is our purchase requisition. Now in the purchase requisition you can see the status. Okay, whether from this purchase requisition PO is created or not. Okay, and how this purchase requisition is created, you can see it in the contact person, in the tab contact person, whether it is manually created or automatically created. So those things you can see, status and contact person. Okay, so I'll show you it in the system. So if you go to the purchase requisition, if you see there is a tab called status. If you go to the tab, see as of now what is the status? It is not edited. It is not edited. That means there is no PO created from this purchase requisition. That is one thing. Okay, now the next one is contact person. If you go to contact person, see it is created manually. Creation indicator is manual, and who created it? It is created from this ID QM user. So you can check whether it is created automatically through MRP or it is created by any user manually, that you can see. So that is the importance of processing status and creation indicator. Okay, so now some department requires this pens. Okay, now this purchase requisition will be received by the purchasing department. Now using this purchase requisition they will create a purchase order. Second step. So first step is creation of purchase requisition. So I'll write down here our flow. Okay, I'll write down the flow. First step is create purchase requisition. We are done. Okay, now the next step is create purchase order. Create purchase order with reference to purchase requisition. Second step. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. Okay, so here again there are two methods. One is you directly convert the purchase requisition to purchase order. That is first step. With reference, it's like a template copy. Okay. Okay, now the next one is you have the purchase requisition. In the purchase requisition you will assign the vendor, and then you will convert the purchase requisition to PO. Okay, and again this assignment can be done manually, this conversion can be done manually or automatically, because already vendor is there. Okay, anyhow this we will discuss when we go to the source determination, topic. That time we will discuss. Okay, so now we will convert the purchase requisition to purchase order. That's what we are going to do. We will be converting the purchase requisition to purchase order. Okay, so now let's do that. Okay, so the transaction code is ME51N again. Sorry, ME21N. Already we discussed this in our previous class. Okay, so here just click on the button document overview on. Okay, you go here. Now select from the list, selection variant, my purchase requisitions. If you select only purchase requisitions, all the purchase requisitions created by all the users will appear. As of now, I'll select my purchase requisitions. So select this. It will take you to the purchase requisitions created by you. Okay, see, now you can see the first purchase requisition 100503771. Okay, so this is the one. So just open it, select the line item, and again like same thing, either you can click on adopt button or just drag it to the shopping cart. You can do any one of the two. You can do any one of the two. So what I will do, I'll just put the cursor on that alt. Just 1 minute. This is the problem. My mouse is not working properly. Okay, ME21N, take this. No. ME21N. Okay, we will do the adopt as of now. We will do the adopt. Okay, and just I'll do adopt. So all the data from the enter purchase organization, enter. Why it is not copying? Just one. Okay, now it will copy. So now the data got copied. Okay, so all the data from the purchase requisition got copied. Description, quantity, price, everything got copied. So now we are converting the purchase requisition to purchase order. So in the purchase requisition, there was no vendor, but here you have to enter the vendor. Without vendor, you cannot create a purchase order. So you have to enter the vendor, supplier. Now done, all data has come. Just check once, any issues, everything is okay. Now save the purchase order. So this is how you convert a purchase requisition to purchase order. So I'll take a note of the purchase order. In the previous class, what we did, we converted the quotation to a purchase order. Here we are converting the purchase requisition to a purchase order. That's what we are doing. Okay, so I enter the purchase order number. Now, if you go to the purchase requisition, in the purchase requisition, you can see the purchase order number. Okay, so I'll go to the purchase requisition again. Okay, if you go to the purchase requisition, ME53M. If you go to the purchase requisition, okay, document overview of. Now, if you go to the status, if you go to the status now, see, now the PO the status got changed to PO created, and you can see the PO number here. You can see the PO number here. You can see the PO number. See the PO number. You can see the PO number in the purchase requisition. So once you convert the PR to PO, once you create the PO from the purchase requisition, the data will get updated in the purchase requisition. Okay, so that's what you need to understand. Okay, so we converted the purchase requisition to purchase order. Okay, we from the purchase requisition we created the purchase order. Done. Okay, now this purchase order will be given to the supplier vendor. So we have an option of entering the order acknowledgement data. That means in the purchasing department, a person created a purchase order. This is given to the vendor. In the vendor, at the vendor side, they will receive the purchase order and they will acknowledge it. So that acknowledgement data we can enter in our purchase order. So how to enter the order acknowledgement? Acknowledgement means vendor has received the purchase order and he is ready to supply the material. So that how you can do it is just 1 minute. Okay, so in the purchase order, you can enter the what do you call that, acknowledgement details. Okay, so how to do is, go to ME22N, go to purchase order. Now here you see there is a tab called confirmation. So you go here, you enter the confirmation control. So here you enter it. Okay, order acknowledgement. Okay, enter that. Okay, now here you can update on which date vendor is ready to deliver the material, what is the quantity, all that you can enter. That also you can enter. So this is what called order acknowledgement. Order acknowledgement. Okay, so once the order acknowledgement is done, okay, so now, so the standard process here is, we have the purchase requisition, we converted the purchase requisition to purchase order, we create a purchase order, and from this you will do the GR, and then we will do the invoicing. We will do the invoicing. That's what you will do. Okay, so now we have the PO. Now with respect to this PO, we will do the goods receipt. So the next one is goods receipt. Next one is goods receipt. Goods receipt. I'll do the good receipt. Okay, so that means we are receiving the material. So let us do the good receipt. This already we discussed. Okay, the transaction code is MIGO. 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 Okay, so here, okay, select option goods receipt, purchase order, enter your purchase order number. Good receipt not possible for the purchase order. Okay, so we entered acknowledgement. Okay, just 1 minute. Let me go and change it. ME22N. Okay, I'll make this as blank. Okay, I'll make this as blank. Okay, so now let us do the GR. I will do the GR, goods receipt. MIGO, go to MIGO. Okay, enter the purchase order number, enter. Okay, so now I'm able to do the goods receipt. That means we are receiving the stock. Here, stock received, but you will not be getting the stock in the inventory because this is a non-stock item. You will be directly consuming it. Check, and you post it. So now you received the stock. Okay, so document is posted. Now in the purchase order, you can see the details, information, ME23N. In the purchase order, you can see the good receipt information. If you go to item detail, if you go to purchase order history, see now the GR has been done, good receipt has been done. This is a material document number. So that quantity you can see. Now after this, invoice verification. The last step is invoice verification. Invoice verification. Invoice verification. You will do that. Okay. So same thing. Invoice verification is Miro. Okay. So let's do the invoice verification for this Miro. Okay. So let's take this. Go to Miro. MIRO. Same transaction. Okay. So we are here. We are what do you call? We are now doing the invoice verification. So go here. Enter the invoice date. Invoice date is today 17.07/2018. Enter your PO. Enter your PO. Enter. All the data got copied. Enter the amount. Amount is 1000. Enter. Okay. Everything got baseline date. Enter the baseline date as today's date. Okay. This already we discussed. Done. Go to basic data. I'll remove the tax amount as of now. Done. Check once. Sorry, that's okay. All there are no issues. Now post the invoice verification. So invoice document created. Now if you go to the PO/N ME23, if you go to the PO, again go to item details, go to purchase order history. See now you can see the invoice receipt data. So this is the procurement of consumable materials. This is what will happen. Okay, so this is how standard procurement of consumable materials are. Now we need to discuss item category. Okay, item category. So what is this item category? Okay, item category means, item category determines whether the material defined in a purchase order item requires a material number, or it requires an account assignment, or it is to be managed as a stock item, it requires a good receipt or an invoice receipt. That you can see it in the item category. Okay, so there are some item categories are this one. Okay, limit, item category limit, consignment, third party, stock transfer, subcontracting services. These are all item categories. Normal scenario, standard, it will be blank. It will be blank. So this item category controls whether material number you have to enter or not, whether material is going to be maintained in stock, what is account assignment to be posted, good receipt is possible or not, GR is possible or not. So all those things are controlled by this account assignment category. Okay, so now let's create a blanket purchase order. So what is this blanket purchase order? Blanket purchase order means in your company you are procuring a materials very frequently. Okay, no need to put it in the stock. Directly you will receive it, and then you will be making the payment to the vendor. So in that kind of scenario, you will create a blanket purchase order. Blanket purchase order. Okay, so here whenever you are creating a blanket purchase order, you will give the validity period, and you will give the limit, value limit. So once you give that value limit, okay, whenever you are receiving the material, when you post the invoices, once that limit is reached, once that particular limit is reached, system will not allow you to make further postings. And even that period is done, the period is over, system will not allow you to further do the invoicing. It will not allow to do. So for blanket purchase order, there will not be any GR, no GR, directly invoice. So I'll show you that. So how to create a blanket purchase order? Okay, so blanket purchase order, to create a blanket purchase order, go to again ME21. Okay, here purchase order type you need to select as a framework order. Framework order, you select this, enter the vendor, purchasing organization, purchasing group, company code. Now here account assignment category you select as usual K, cost center, because it is a consumable material. Now item category you need to select as limit. Okay, so now you see the item category, the one which we discussed. Standard, it is blank, item, limit or service. So I'll select limit. D we will discuss tomorrow. So now here this time I want to procure what do you call, pencils, pencil. Okay, pencil, I want to procure pencil. Quantity is, let's say, 1000 pencils I want to procure into plant 1000. Now the moment I enter, see, now it is asking the validity start and end date. Okay, why? Because for framework order you have to give a validity. So let's give, I'll give the validity from today, 17/07/2018 to next 1 year. Next 1 year I'll give 17/07/2019. Validity I will give. Now again I will enter the material, pencil, K, item category limit, PO quantity 1000, plant I am entering, material group I'll enter everything. It will ask for the C. Now the moment I enter limit, it is asking me to enter the overall limit. So my overall limit is, let's say, 10,000 crores. Okay, now it is asking the cost center. Why it is asking the cost center? Our account assignment category is cost center. So I entered the cost center. Done. Expected value also I'll keep the same. Enter. Done. Okay, done. Okay, now I will be saving the purchase order. So we are creating a blanket purchase order. Okay, now save it. Okay, so now we have created a blanket purchase order. Now for this purchase order, if I try to do the GR, system will not allow GR. Okay, so if I try to do the GR, goods receipt, MIGO, if I try to do MIGO, okay, goods purchase order, enter the blanket purchase order. See what error you are getting. No good receipt is possible for purchase order, because here you will directly do the invoicing, because you are daily, almost frequently receiving the material. So directly you will do the invoicing. You receive the bill, you will you receive the material, you make the directly the payment kind of thing. So you will post directly the invoice. Okay, so you can post the invoice. Now let's take the purchase order. Let us post the invoice. Miro. Okay, so you go here, enter the invoice date, Okay, now enter the purchase order, framework purchase order, enter. So now for how much quantity you want to post. So here you have to select, go to edit. There is a button called edit. Click on that. Enter the baseline date. Enter. Now you click on the button edit. Now it will ask for how much amount you want to post. Now let's say I want to post for 100,000. As of now 1000. Okay, done. Check. Okay, now go to back. Okay, now the for 1000 I am posting it. So now they enter the amount 1000. So today I received 1000 worth of material. So for that I am doing invoice verification. Okay, now done. Now post it. Invoice document still contains some messages. Okay, I'll to make this blank. Now let's post it. Okay, what is the messages? Balance of the order is not zero. Why the order balance is not zero? Okay, now check. Why the balance is not becoming zero? Just 1 minute. Let me start fresh. Miro. Okay. Enter the invoice date. Okay. And I'll maintain the that's okay. Enter the purchase order number. Continue. This is okay. Enter it. Go to edit. Okay. Baseline date. Go to edit. So today I want to post for 1000 amount. Okay. Check. Go back. Okay. Now enter the quantity here. 10,000. 1000. Now it has become zero. Now it has become zero. Now you can post it. Still contains messages. Okay, I'll make this as blank. Now post it. So now invoice document posted. So this is how you can do the what do you call blanket purchase order. So once that limit is reached, I have posted only for 1000. Once the 10,000 is reached, system will not allow you to post further. It will throw the error. It will throw the error. So that is all about your blanket purchase order. Blanket purchase order. Remaining item categories we will discuss when we go to the other topics. Today we discussed the limit. Okay. Remaining item categories, services we will see tomorrow, and consignment, subcontracting, material unknown, stock transfer we will discuss when we go to the further topics. Okay. So whatever the item categories appear in the PO or outline agreement, again they will be dependent on the document type you choose. Because here we have selected framework order. Only it showed only standard, limit, and some other one. D. Okay, so based on the document type, the item categories will appear in the PO or your purchase requisition or request for quotation or outline agreement. Okay. So this is all about your procurement of consumable materials. Okay, so I'll pass it.